This is the Bragg Man, Chris Bragg, broadcasting live from the La Casa right after UFC Rio. And we're here with Brian Willie. Brian, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was a very interesting show tonight. A lot of stand-up action, a lot of knockouts tonight.
What do you think was the fight of the night?
Um, I would have to go with. Oops,
It's up to you.
I'm trying to remember the. I'm trying to remember the prelim fight.
Oh,
Miller.
Miller and Paul Rota?
Yeah, Miller and Parosa. That to me was a fight of the night and a lot of action in that one. A lot of good hits.
Yeah, I actually agree too. I thought it was the fight of the night. Knockout of the night.
Knockout of the night. I give it to Silva. Uh, they voted Nogueira, but I think Silva had the knockout of the night.
I think it being a title fight, I think the way he did it, I agree. I think Silva won the fight of the night. Can't you can't go against Big Nog knocking out Schaub, but what do you think Anderson Silva goes from here?
I think until somebody changes weight class, I think he goes undefeated until somebody can step up and either put on weight and take him on. I don't see anybody out there beating him.
Yeah, at this point I don't either. I love to see a Kelsana rematch. That could happen if he beats Brian Stan in October. Um, Anderson has said that he only wants to fight till the end of 2012, which doesn't leave a lot of time for a lot of these dream matches to take place, especially if he fights Sonnen, the winner of Sonnen and Stan next. Um, I don't know if Silva would be keen on going up to 205 to fight John Jones, and I don't think GSP is going to move up in weight to fight Silva. So I don't think we're going to see those dream fights. So with that being said, is the winner of Brian Stan and Kel Sonnen, is that the next fight for Anderson Silva?
It's got to be really who else can you throw in there? You He's eliminated everybody, and let's face it, Sonnen's the only one that's come close. So you know if Sonnen wins, he definitely has a rematch. But I'm afraid he might be outclassed in the rematch.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be as close this time around as it was last time, but hey, Sonnen's got to beat Brian Stan first, and that's no easy decision. What about Nogueira? Do you think he goes on to fight a contender for the heavyweight title, or do you think he kind of stays in the mid card realm?
I think Nogueira might try one more shot up, trying to move up for the title. They both the Nogueiras kind of uh, both the Nogs have kind of got knocked down a little bit lately, and coming back from injury, who knows? Maybe he'll go ahead and step up and try to take the title. But I think if he fails at this point, maybe just kind of hang around a little bit longer before they retire.
Yeah, I think maybe a fight against Roy Nelson or maybe Frank Mir again would be a good fight for him.
Yeah, really, those. If you think those three really are staying around in the same category, uh, I don't think any of the three of them stand a chance against Kane or Dos Santos right now.
And there's always Brock Lesnar. He may be a fight for Nogueira coming out after he recovers from his diverticulitis. Maybe he gets Nogueira next.
I think that'd be an interesting fight because let's face it, we've all seen that Brock can't take a shot to the chin, but he's real good on the ground. So that could be an interesting fight with him and Nogueira on the ground.
I think it would be. And then, of course, Mauricio Shogun Hua knocks out Forrest Griffin. I said before the fight, if Forrest loses this fight and in a dominant fashion, that he might become a gatekeeper, and Hua puts himself, I think, back in line in the title hunt. I mean, keep in mind, he just lost to John Jones for the title. I say Hua gets the shot against the loser of John Jones and Rampage Jackson in September to put himself back in contention. What do you think?
Well, they may make him fight somebody like Tito. Now that Tito's kind of won some matches, maybe they make him fight Tito again before putting him back into a title shot.
That would be a really good fight, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. You got Tito. You got, of course, Rashad's getting the next shot at the light heavyweight title. So there are a few options to go there. Maybe Machida gets a third shot at Ruhua.
Right. And well, you can't count Evans out because look what Evans just did to Tito. So there's another one that they may want to put somebody up against him. Maybe that's the next step.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a few options there. I think it's going to be exciting moving into the future. Moving into the Fox era of the UFC. Real quickly, the biggest winner of the night was.
To me, the biggest winner of the night would have to be, I would say, Silva. He keeps the streak going.
I agree there. Biggest loser.
Biggest loser has got to be Okami. I mean, he steps into a championship match, and you know he really got he really looked poor, and I think that's really got to step in the back of his mind now that he's nowhere near ready for a title.
Yeah, I think it puts him back. I mean, Anderson Silva is so far ahead of everybody else, and everybody is so far below him right now. I don't think there's any shame to losing to Anderson Silva. So we'll see where Okami goes. So, Milady, do you have anything to say? Wonderful insight from the pound for pound king around our house here, the lovely Mrs. Bragg. What was that? Queen.
Queen.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
You better watch out before she hits you with a groin.
What do you think I'm going for here? All right. From the Bragg House, I am the Bragg man, Chris Bragg. Thank you to Brian Willie, and of course the queen of the Bragg House, Miss Jenny Bragg. This is your wrap up of UFC 134, Rio de Janeiro. Anderson Silva once again proves that he's the greatest pound for pound fighter in the world to date, and one of the greatest of all time. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would have to agree with that. Even may not like the way he does it sometimes with his cocky attitude, but you got to stop him.
So you're finally willing to say that Fedor has lost that crown?
Well, Fedor held it longer than he did, so let's see what he can do when he goes. When he goes 63-1, we'll see what he does.
63-1.
Actually, it's like 32-1.
It's been a
3 now.
yeah, it's been a wild and crazy night here at the Bragg House. We've had a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to catch the midweek report on right here at UstreamTV. The Ultimate Fight Show, and also youtube.com/The Ultimate Fight Show, and go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Ultimate Fight Show, and follow us on Twitter at The Ult Fight Show. That's the Twitter, of course. So, for all of us here for The Ultimate Fight Show, I am the Bragg Man. Talk to you later.